Once it's determined that I'm in concrete, it will start actually coring the whole fast feed.
The basic idea is the belt travels around, allows you to get up to 270 degrees of contact.
So pretty simple demo. However, we like to say that this is an extreme saw with extreme power. Now we're up to 5 sheets of plywood.
All right, guys, we're at World of Concrete. We're going to be taking a tour of the Hilti booth and seeing what they've got new coming out the pipeline in 2020. Let's get right into it.
This is Hilti's SPN 6A22 nibbler. It is a cordless nibbler capable of cutting up to 12 gauge mild or galvanized steel, 14 gauge stainless sheet metal. Has a 360 degree rotational head, so if you're working in tight spaces or need access, you can rotate the head 360 degrees in 8 positions. Also super beneficial for working over corrugated or rib material. So as you can see, if I don't have access now, the material feeds in from that side. Very robust, durable design, and really has a cutting capacity that makes it stand on its own.
I understand you have a brand new wall breaker that's out?
We do. We have a brand new cordless. It's actually the world's first cordless breaker. It's our TE500A36. It's showcased over here. So not only is it a fully dedicated cordless breaker, but it's also attached and able to go on a cordless vacuum, making it a OSHA 1 table compliant system, fully cordless.
But now, Makita has something similar to that as well, right?
No, so technically Makita, DeWalt, even us, everyone has a combi hammer that's cordless. So it's a combination of hammer and drilling, and they don't get the reach of performance like they do with the 500-836. This is an unmatched in performance and battery life with our industry-leading 36-volt, 9-amp-hour battery. Actually, another one is away from the cordless platform, but we launched our full reciprocating saw, heavy-duty corded. It's all the way at the end. If you want to see it, I can
Let's go see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need any French speaking account managers or salespeople, French speaking.
All right, so it looks like a standard reciprocating saw. What makes this different than what's already out there, Andrew?
So last year we launched the SR3836, which is a cordless heavy-duty reciprocating saw, and had done really, really well. The problem being is we still have customers that really need a cord because they go through heavy demolition, have needs where truly they can't fully go cordless just yet. In the past, Hilti had a great set of reciprocating saws, but really not an industry-leading one. This one looks and feels kind of like just a standard recip, but if you hold it against the competition, you'll notice subtle differences. First difference number one is the blade change system. The majority of the customers have to change the blade by sticking their hand in and actually rotating a collar in here. Hilti has it where you just lift on the outer housing of the tool and the blade can either come out or fall out, reducing your hand actually being inside of the tool. Also creates a more robust system to allow that piston to not actually get harmed. This is as far out as that piston will go. Many contractors tend to lose this shoe, and so now when you're cutting, you don't have your ram actually hitting up against your material, causing premature malfunctions of the tool. Secondary feature is actually my favorite. You'll notice a longer skinny neck here for actually grabbing. I myself have a little bit of a smaller hand, so it's easier for me to grab a tool and cut in many different angles and positions with this tool compared to, say, a competitor that has a bit of a hump right here, kind of limiting where your hand can hold. Last but not least is our powerful motor. We actually have a very large, robust motor to drive this hammering system, and then coupled with the ergonomic grip, creates for a much more powerful recip saw. So this allows us to either go dustless or dust-free. It then fits into the blade. And now granted, many contractors aren't going to use this for plywood, but they would use it for cementitious board or other hazardous materials with lead paint abatement. with the dust system. So pretty simple demo. However, we like to say that this is an extreme saw with extreme power. I'm not really showing it with one sheet of ply. So let's go ahead and increase our plywood consumption. Now we're up to 5 sheets of plywood. Again, showing how I'm able to very easily and quickly remove my hand and still have the power and control needed to make a nice smooth cut.
And that's new by Hilti. Is that out now or is that coming?
This is available right now, $2.99 purchase price or $31 on our fleet program.
This is the new SJT 6A22. This is our T-grip or barrel grip style jigsaw, cordless jigsaw. Includes variable speed and 3 modes of oscillating action. Compatible with all industry standard blades. This is using our double-sided curve cutting blade, so you can see that you can cut very, very sharp corners with it. In terms of performance and runtime, it matches identically with our SJD 6A22. That's our D-handle jigsaw that we launched January 2019.
Is this out now?
This is already for sale to go, yep.
Hey James, can you introduce the Cut Assist technology? He's doing a quick video on kind of industry leading new stuff Hilti has. And to me, that's one that hasn't received media love, and I would really like for y'all to be able to showcase that.
So we've already set the machine up. When setting up a coring machine, the setup is very important. So we have, you can see in the ground over here, a drop-in anchor flush with the concrete. It actually sits a little bit below, so it's easy to cover up once you're finished with the work. Inside there, I put a spindle, and you can see the setup here. So I put a 5/8 thread spindle and clamp it down with something on top. That means my stand doesn't wobble. These machines have very high torque, and if they wobble, if I don't have the stand here, the machine will whip around. Then once I've done that, I mount my motor on my column, so this motor can come on and off. And then I mount the computer on the side. So you can see it, this is the same drill stand here. I have a little hole on the side, and I have a through pin that goes through and catches the computer. So now this doesn't come off. And then I need to make sure when I'm coring that I always have water. In this machine, I need water to cool the motor, and also to cool the bit. So my water supply comes in through the computer so that the computer controls the motor. Then it comes out into the machine to cool the motor, and then it comes down through the machine to cool the segments on the bit. These diamond segments...
You guys develop your own bits?
Yes.
These are your own?
Yes. Yep. So these segments here, you can see the little ridges. These are diamonds inside of a metal matrix. As they spin, we have water cooling them. The metal wears away, the diamonds get exposed. The diamonds are what cuts the concrete. Then eventually the diamonds break out, more metal wears away, more diamonds show up. There's water coming out of the bottom, but it's being collected by the ring. It's going back through this black tube. It's being recycled inside of the tank over there. So that tank supplies me with my water, and then also recycles the slurry that comes out and then repumps it. 4 gallons, you get about 30 gallons out of filling the tank with 4 gallons. With this Cut Assist technology, all I have to do to make a hole in concrete is press a button. The machine goes down, senses the surface, turns the water on, and then starts pouring. So you'll see it's kicking a little bit, but it's low speed and high pressure to engage the concrete. Now, what I can do, I can supervise the system. I can have lunch, I can set another anchor stand. I don't have to sit here and spin this hand wheel in order to core. It's completely automated.
I should notice with low RPM, you get some high pressure. Does it change as it gets the device?
Yep. In a few seconds, once it's in, it'll start spinning fast. Once it's determined that I'm in concrete, it will start actually coring the whole fast speed. What you see here is I've set up a drill stop. So it comes down the stand, it hits this stop. I've told the machine, core to here, it'll stop, spin for a bit, and then pull itself back up the rig. So it will finish the hole automatically, on its own.
And pull out.
Yeah, and pull back up the machine, right? So now it's punched through something, it's hit my end stop, and it pulls itself out of the hole. You'll also see it's turned my water off, so I'm not wasting water now. So I've told the machine, core until here, stop, and come back.
So this is our new iteration of our electric cutter. It's the DCH 300X. It's a 12-inch blade, gives you nearly a 5-inch depth of cut. And what's unique about this tool, or the way we designed it, is not only can you cut dry and be table 1 compliant for OSHA, out of the box it comes ready to cut wet. So you have a solution that gives you wet and dry electric cutting right out of the box, no additional accessories needed.
Corded.
This is corded, yes.
Okay,
So what are we looking at, Mike?
so we have metalworking tools, 3 new metalworking tools. We got our GFD 6X822. This is a cordless band file with a variable speed. It has a 180-degree articulating head. Available with different contact arms, for reaching into different spaces or achieving a different finish. Also comes with the rounded and wide contact arms up to 1 3/16 belts.
How long has Hilti had this one out?
This has been launched January 1st of this year.
2020.
Brand spanking
We never
new.
had anything like this before.
Absolutely. Also have our 2-belt sander for slack sanding and for material removal or achieving a linear finish on rounded elements. The basic idea is the belt travels around, allows you to get up to 270 degrees of contact with whatever it is you're grinding on or finishing on. Again, cordless with variable speed for working with exotic metals such as brass, copper, titanium, stainless steel, etc. So that's for rounded elements. And then finally for achieving a linear finish on flat stock, we have the burnisher, cordless with variable speed. Takes the standard inserts. This one is an inflatable drum where you slide your coated abrasive over top. So really excited that we get to dive in a little bit more into the metalworking space and have those tools that our customers want for achieving specific levels of finish on the metals that are eventually going to be displayed somewhere.
Now these are new by Hilti, Mike?
These are a new update to our 12-volt drill drivers and impact drivers line. We've now made these tools brushless. What we really wanted to drive by going to a brushless motor was to have more performance, more runtime, and less frequent repairs. And as you can see from the performance of the tool, it's really high, starting to encroach on that 18 to 22 volt compact territory. So really strong performance out of such a small, lightweight, and compact tool.
So can I ask you a question, Mike?
Absolutely.
Why should guys go to use a Hilti when they just came out with brushless, when guys like Makita, Milwaukee, DeWalt have been doing it for a long time and have already perfected the technology?
Sure, so the big difference that you're going to notice between our tool and any other tool really is how we stand behind the tool in terms of a warranty perspective. We will cover wear and tear for any customer, regardless of trade, regardless of size, regardless of the business they do with us. We will stand behind our products and cover them top to bottom, including against wear and tear. And that's really what sets us apart.
So wait a minute, against wear and tear.
Against wear and tear. So there are, of course, legal definitions, which is a long paragraph to go through, but the point is you can use these tools under normal use as a construction professional, and if something is wrong with them, we will repair it free of charge, no parts, shipping, labor, or anything.
For how long?
That's on 2 years under our 22-in-1 warranty. That's if you pay for them outright. If you put them on our Hilti Fleet Management, those are extendable up, standard 3 years, extendable up to 4 years. This is our SF3822. This is the second generation of our industrial class hammer drill driver. Also has a brushless motor as the previous generation did. But what we've managed to do is design a tool from top to bottom completely brand new. And what we've done is increase the performance. As you can see, it's very fast, very powerful. Increase the runtime and reduce the number of repairs that are needed for the tool, because professionals are hard on their equipment, and Hilti stands behind our tools. Absolutely. We are expecting about a 30% improvement.
Over Gen 1.
Absolutely.
From Gen 2 to Gen 1.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, well, that's all we've got for you from the Hilti booth at the World of Concrete. But don't worry, we've got tons more coming at you down the pipeline. And tell me what you want to see next. I've got coverage on Makita's booth. I've got coverage on Bosch, Skill, and a really obscure one that I did out of just my own personal interest. And that was weird brands of heavy equipment that nobody's ever seen before. So let me know which one you want to see next. And do me one last favor. Hit that subscribe button and do what this guy right here says.
I'm a subscriber